Welcome back, guys. Kibla Ahmed out here. I'm joined with G-Man from HK Singapore.
Singapore, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What
Singapore.
Happening. It's good to be here, Kibs. Good to be home.
Yes.
Man, it's been a minute since we done this. I know we missed last week and stuff. Mad busy. Last week.
Is it 2 weeks or?
Is it 2 weeks?
I think we missed 2 weeks, guys. We're so
Man,
sorry.
Last week I moved to last Wednesday. I transitioned over from Hong Kong to Singapore. Mad busy. So much logistics to sort out, but you know what? Everything's good. Moved there safe. Got a roof over my head. Got food in my stomach, so I can't complain. And now I'm here for a week. Heading to New York on Tuesday for work, and then I'll be back here again. So yeah, man, it's good to be here, man. It's good to be here. And before I go back to Singapore and officially get a routine and start my life out there, man.
Yeah. So we got G-Man for this week and the week after and the week after. So we've got three podcasts here in London.
When do I fly out? Well, yeah, we could do it. Yeah.
We could do it. We could do three. We missed out so much, guys. Like, apologies again. Massive thank you to you subscribers. You guys are absolutely amazing. It was an absolute busy one. I'm not going to lie, the past 2 weeks. So you had Comic-Con, you had Gilman moving, and just general life got busy. Today we're going for that 90s look. Hip hop.
Get me.
Hip hop. And you know what, guys? I'm going to keep offering, yeah?
But it's cold and shit, man.
Yeah, it's cold, man.
That's why I've got the hoodies on. London's cold, bro. Coming from Singapore and Hong Kong, my god.
Still got this Lara Croft to give to anybody, guys. Everybody I messaged to say, give me your address. They're like, nah, we don't need it. Thanks for the video.
Oh, that's nice.
So, alright, guys, look, man. We're giving something away to you guys. For the past year, you've been following us on this channel. It's been absolutely amazing. And that's what I want to give to you guys. And there's actually plenty more gifts to give out. We just need that interaction down in the comments section below. But let's start this off, guys. So today, it's been an interesting 2 weeks. So we're going to catch up. What were we starting off with?
What we're starting off with is, this is the Brothers Geek Out podcast number 46.
46, guys.
Damn, G-Man in London, we done that. Comic-Con, kids, man, you've had an epic freaking time in Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of your pictures.
Yes.
Oh no, actually it wasn't Comic-Con. Yeah, it was MCM Comic-Con.
Yeah, so MCM Comic-Con, it's been happening for 12 years. MCM Comic-Con got taken over last year by New York Comic-Con, so it's been a big, massive business transaction. But this year, when they announced the people that are going to Comic-Con, I could not say no. You have people like Frank Miller, who is iconic and legendary of changing the comic book industry when he came out with The Dark Knight Returns. You got John Romita Jr., who is an amazing artist from the 80s, 90s, and to this day now working with DC doing iconic characters like Batman and Superman. Andy Kubert, who did the X-Men. The list goes on, guys. I met so many people. It was just so inspiring. Frank Miller, I've got to say, I mean, luckily I got the VIP badge. Got to be up close and personal, ask him loads of questions. The guy is just charismatic. I mean, he went through a lot in the past couple of years due to his illness, and the fact that he's still working in the industry now. You know, they don't go to, you know, somebody who's like 50 years younger than him to get fresh ideas. That he's still got fresh ideas coming out of his head, man.
I think in that industry, some industries like people grow out of things, and you know, the younger take over and whatnot, be it the technology industry or a professional athlete or whatever. Yeah. Something to do with comic book and artists and whatnot.
And writers,
You know, as long as look, as long as you got your health and whatnot, you can still draw and have that creativity and write and
exactly.
Amazing. How was it like meeting him though? I mean, was he a cool guy? How was his
very cool guy?
You told me something about Kingpin that he told you.
So like there was a couple of they had a Q&A session that I got to go to, and we asked him a lot of questions, and that wasn't particularly my question. My question was about how his run was, because I got to meet the writer of a lot of X-Men stories named Chris Claremont. He gave us Days of Future Past, he gave us the Dark Phoenix, like iconic characters and stories like that. But I asked him a question regarding his Wolverine run, how much fun he had with Chris Claremont writing that story, because it looks like he just had fun with Wolverine. With the Kingpin situation, somebody asked him, I mean, what made you change the format of Kingpin? Because Kingpin originally was just this big fat dude in the Spider-Man universe. And when it came for Frank Miller to do his run on Daredevil, where we got the Man with No Fear series, with John Romita Jr. as the artist, he was like, I can make this big fat man into something. You know, you've given him the name Kingpin. let me make him into something. And you know, that's where he squared off in the Daredevil universe story, where he became the Kingpin, like, you know, the guy who controls everything. Like, this guy is he's got everything under control, and we're starting to see that in the TV series as well, which is amazing. But
Yeah,
it was an amazing experience, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, massive shout outs to the BBC.
Yeah, how was that interview?
That
man?
was
So
really
you
good.
had
That
an
was really
interview-
about my artwork,
Where's that gonna
cosplay.
be? Where's that? Sorry, the interview that they gave you. Where's that gonna be?
That's going to be on radio, I think, next week, and we should have it on TV very soon. So, guys, keep a close eye out to the channel, but I'll share the link on my social medias.
Nice.
Guys, and there's another thing as well. I've come off social media for a little while. I'm still buzzing around here and there, but I've deleted the apps off my phone because of proactivity. Life has changed, so if I don't reply to your messages straight away, it's only if I don't log in. But the past 4 days I've been without social media, so I think as much as I love social media because we get to meet people and share current situations in lives, sometimes you need to withdraw from it. And that's just me anyway, personally. I think I get too addicted to it, and my proactiveness goes down the drain. So now it's about being proactive. Life is changing. I'll only go on there sharing our videos and odd occasions. But for now, I'm out, guys. Massive shout out to Ashley, Alex, DC World, the Geek is still. Who else did I meet? I met so many lovely people at the Comic-Con, and inspiring as well when you meet different people from the culture that we love, the pop culture. And I think Comic-Con is more about bringing us people together and just enjoying it. The BBC interview was more about diversity in this culture that we have right now. You know, comic books and cosplaying and artwork. You know, people dress up as these favorite characters, and I think people are going to be people. People are going to have their own decisions and own opinions about why they do what they do. When I'm asked the question about how diversity kicks into this, for me, guys, and I suppose with the way me and my brothers and my sister and everybody else been raised, I've never seen anybody by their colour. We should never see it like that. We are people. I see as people. We bleed the same. We just think differently. I suppose that's what Bruce Lee said, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Look different.
Yeah, we just look different. So it doesn't matter. When we go to Comic-Con, I don't see races and why people are dressing up as Caucasian characters. I see somebody who dressed up as that character who has traits of that character in them, and they, you know, resonate with, basically. But yeah,
Right.
Comic-Con
That's
is
why we
absolutely
like
amazing.
it.
That's why we like it,
I'd
yeah.
be interested to hear the full interview they did, but that's
So-
why we like them. No shit, it's not about the color. I don't
No,
even
no.
see that shit. So that's why when they kind of change like a character in the movie universe from a Caucasian to a African American, however you want to politically say it, could be, it's not about the color of the skin. It's
No.
more like, do you portray the character that I know in comic books? Like,
Exactly.
if you portray that, then I'm cool.
Exactly.
So man,
No, so
Yeah,
that was full
I'm
on. Comic-Con
interested in
was
that.
amazing. Very good. I'll share the links out to you guys, and I'll go back on social media to do one last push before I get involved with life. Remember, guys, giveaway. Take it out. Anywhere in the world, that is yours. Lara Croft Tomb Raider. On to the next subject, bro.
comics still, man. Return of Wolverine.
Okay, so guys,
Did you
I
get
read
hold of
I read the first comic book of Return of Wolverine. I think I need to read a couple of more issues, but I found it a bit basic. I'm not going to give you the plot. If you're a big fan of Wolverine, like I am, like we are, I feel like the character needs more justice. I don't think they gave him justice on when he lose. And to bring him back suddenly because it's weird, you know, 20th Century Fox losing and then Wolverine coming back and Fantastic Four coming back. There's a lot of comeback stories coming back at the moment. Don't get me wrong, you know what? The artwork and the cover work, absolutely amazing. I'm always a big fan of that. And I will always pay respect to the writers as well. It's just that it didn't... You know, I pick a comic book from 20 years ago and still be stuck inside of it, yeah? And 20 years... And what am I reading at the moment now, which is coming up to the 20-year mark? Fatal Attraction, X-Men. Fucking hell, absolutely amazing. I'm on the last bits of the book. But this came out about, I think, 16, 17 years ago. I'm still stuck to it to this day. Where you read something new, I don't know, the story's a bit convoluted, man. It just doesn't pan out properly.
Maybe this is just a theory, because yes, Marvel and Disney boycotted all of them, right? And they cut them all out.
Yeah.
And then once they got the deal done, they're trying to revive him. Maybe it's just a story to revive him. Like, cool, let's carry on now. He's back. Let's carry on. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
It could be. I don't know.
Could be.
Remember,
Could be.
like Fantastic Four, man. Think about it. Anywhere they're just dead. Now Marvel's got them back. Trust me, you're gonna see so much more fantastic. I guarantee you're gonna see so much more Fantastic Four, be it merchandise, comics, video games. Bro, trust me, all the video games and everything. Fantastic Four is not in it.
Yeah.
Why? Because Marvel would. What they did. Now they got them back. Trust me, you're gonna see a lot of them. So maybe it's just a comeback story to get them back in.
Yeah, cool.
Into these things.
Will be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Well, still on comics, man. You said you mentioned Fatal Attraction. You saying pulling out some classic comics.
Yeah, so guys, I was gonna like go through the collection of comics that I did get signed, and I got like, you know what? Let me just show you. Sorry, guys. Forgive us for the mess. Forgive me. In the words of Javid, forgive me.
What's your tea, bro? I don't drop that.
Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So there's a whole bunch of stuff I got signed. There's a couple of pops I got signed as well. We are currently in the process of cleaning this place up. We will do soon. I'm going to start sorting that out today later on. But I hope you guys like this hip hop view. I'm actually enjoying it. It's got such a 90s vibe to it.
Yeah, man.
Hold up, let's get that back in there. But yeah, guys, I got so much. Frank Miller, you know, amazing. John Romita Jr. was doing something amazing. He did sketches for £10, which he got to sign my, got to sign my sketchbook, which made me start back into art again. And he was just telling me, you know, like the guy's like coming up to 64, 65 years old, still sketching, still drawing like iconic characters to this day. But he did something nice that most other artists didn't do. All the money that was spent there, he was charging £5 a signature, first 5 free, and the rest he signed, all went to charity. So, you know, amazing and inspiring as well. Very, very cool guy. And you know what, Andy Kubert, oh my god, what an amazing fella. Like, I got to spend a good 5 minutes with him. The queues were massive. He was one of my favourite artists from the X-Men. His father used to draw as well. It's funny because you got these guys that were in the industry and then had their sons in the industry as well. And he goes, it was a different dynamic, and he just loved the enthusiasm I had, because I was so excited to see these guys, you know. My uncle, I wish my uncle was there, because he's the one who kind of got us into this, and I got to meet all of these amazing artists that he grew up with as well. So it was weird, man, the generation, you know what I mean? 2 generations down, I'm still reading these comic books and still getting to meet these great people along the process, and which is going to push me on a bit more further regarding how I see this, the comic book industry, how I see my own artwork, how I see myself as a person as well going forward.
When you guys had the question and answer, did anyone ask the question of how these artists, right, are portraying how they see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Are they portraying what they drew and what they envisioned? Are they happy with the
I think there's one, like Andy Kubert was like saying some of the characters that he did, like, I mean, his favourite is Gambit, he was saying.
Yeah.
And to be honest, he was the best person to draw Gambit as well, back in the Uncanny X-Men days. But he was like, you know, some of these characters, they take little ideas of us, but most of the time in the movie world it doesn't happen. But I mean, they're happy with it, they're excited, they're getting to see the characters they drawn from youth to seeing them on the big screen.
So I mean, they are happy, they're kind of happy with how it is and stuff like that.
They are.
That's good, that's good to hear, man, because it is, I don't want to say it's theirs, but I mean, that's part of them, right?
It's a part of them, of course.
You know what I mean? Because you can't just draw Wolverine and write a story. But I can imagine, you know, them like trying to understand Wolverine. So you're almost like an actor. You know how an actor will read the comics, the source material, and be like, "Cool, I got to put my head into the Punisher's head in this comics, and then try and portray it like John Bethel might do in the series, right?" I'm sure the artists and would also read the script of the comic and be like, "All right, I got to really understand this character. So when I draw him, I have to draw it with the emotions that he's going through right now." Exactly. So you really have to get to know the characters. I'm assuming, I'm not an artist. I have no idea.
They do. You get into a mind. I mean, it's like sorry saying the name wrong. John Romita Jr. I mean, he's drawn every single superhero you could think of. But at the moment now, he's currently working on Batman and Superman. You know, iconic characters like that. But he's given it his own traits to it. But then he's given it a feel that, you know, he's that character. The reason why his style is like that is that's him. It's part of him going into that character. You look at Jim Lee's drawings, the same thing. It's a part of him going into that character. Frank Miller, his unique style is a part of him going into that. You know what I mean? So I think, like, because there's a lot of questions that I asked as well. It's like, how do you find your style? Because if you look at my artwork, there's no specific style to it. I adapt to that style. You know, whether it's anime, whether it's, you know, comic book characters or real life drawings, I adapt to different styles. There's not just one style. I'd like to have one style. But he goes, some people are not like that. There was a guy named Billy Tukey there. He done characters like She, and he worked with Wolverine as well. And he was like, look, I just adapt. Like, currently I'm working on Wonder Woman, so it looks like a Wonder Woman comic. You know what I mean?
I think having your style is great, but I just like anything. Like, and again, going, I don't know, using like mixed martial arts as an example, it is good to adapt to different styles. So having your base, whatever your base you might feel it is, but then being able to adapt to draw different things, be it a real life human, be it a video game, be it whatever. I think that's good to have that adaptability. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, them guys are old school, right? So they might have their style. They grew up. They had that style from then. There wasn't really...
And they worked on it. And they kept with it.
But now we're in this day and age where, bro, everything has to be MMA. Well, not MMA,
mixed,
but mixed.
Mixed,
man. You have to have an open mind of
you know,
everything.
digital drawing black and white. And like I've recently, since Inktober, guys, massive thank you for following Inktober. I had so much fun because I got to do characters I've never drawn before. And I did, again, as you can see, different styles, simple, detailed. And kind of like, I suppose that inspired me more to meet these guys as well. Like, trust me, guys, it was one of my best Comic-Cons I went to. And to be honest, I didn't even see half the Comic-Con. I was only... The whole 2 days I was there, I was with the artists. I, you know, really stuck with them at the moment. It was really good. So hopefully next Comic-Con I'll get to walk around. But my main focus this year was to see all of these guys. And I got to see them. I'm well happy because Saturday, bro, I got there, chilled with Frank Miller. I did not want to leave Comic-Con until I met John Romita Jr. I was gonna cry, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. Every time I go to see his queue was tonks, bro.
Yeah.
And people are going there with boxes of comic books, man. You bastards. Sorry. You fellow geeks, man. Come on, man. I know half of you guys are going to sell your shit on eBay or wherever you're going to sell it to, which I'm not too happy about because the guy took his time out to sign so many people's... But for me, it was more of a personal meeting, man. I only took 5 books with me on my sketchbook to get sketched.
Yeah.
My man took 200 comic books with him, bro. Anyway.
And he was willing to pay for it.
Yeah, he paid for it.
Yeah, because he's going to sell it. I mean, look, actually, I can't assume he's going to sell it.
Yeah, no.
You never know. But if you are, then that's fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
You know,
Fellow geeks, please, let's work together, man. Come on, let's not do this. Anyway, the queue was massive. And then I was given the chance to go, like, Gilman. I was speaking to Gilman. I was like, oh, man, Andy Kubit's going to be there on Sunday. If you didn't say yes, bro, and I didn't buy that ticket, I wouldn't have met John Romita Jr. the next day. I waited in the queue for 3 hours. Yeah, that morning. Plus, it was my cousin's wedding. 3 hours to meet John Romita Jr. and another 30 minutes to meet Andy Kubert, and it was the best 10 minutes of my life to get to meet those two guys, and then quickly rushed to the wedding. I had more drama as well on that, bro. Car park ticket didn't work. Paid for extra car park. Then the gate didn't open. Flat tire. Accident on the M25. But then I got to the wedding.
You got to the wedding.
I got to the wedding.
Sometimes you just gotta be like, you know, when you're like thinking, oh, should I do it? I'm glad you just did it because be it you never have the opportunity again or whatever. It's just like me moving to Hong Kong. Remember, I was like, I just have to do it.
Yeah.
I just have to. Like, I'll figure out logistics. Or even moving to Singapore.
Exactly.
Like, I'll figure out logistics later, man. Like, just say yes and just say yes and I make that executive decision.
Exactly.
Because sometimes thinking too. What did Bruce Lee say, man? If you think about something too much, you just won't do it.
You won't do it. Exactly.
Just do it. So I'm glad you did it, bro. Because look how inspired you are.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna come back, do your own artwork, and you're moist, man, bro. You just met all these legends who you know more about these guys than I do, right? But it's like me meeting a bunch of like old school martial artists and just geeking out and stuff like that.
It was, bro, proper. So, like everybody there's a guy. Big shout outs to Ashley because on Sunday when he saw me in the queue and I met him the day before. The guy he saw me sitting in that queue. He sat with me because he wanted to meet Andy Kubert as well. Excuse me, sorry. The guy bought me a bottle of water and a pack of crisps.
Oh, and big, nice guy.
I really can't thank you enough for that. And it stuck with me after 2 weeks, bro. After like, a week after the Comic-Con.
Little things, bro.
Little things that people do that make a big difference. Dude, you're my hero. Thank you so much for that. Big shout out to you. Make sure you guys follow Ashley. Ashley Short 13, I think, on Twitter. The guy is amazing. And there's more stuff to come, guys. But yeah, let's move on, G.
Nice,
I've got to
nice,
kick out in a bit.
nice,
What time
nice,
is it?
nice. It's 10:20, bro.
Eh.
What time you got to kick?
About 11 o'clock. All right, let's
Ah,
do
we
this.
got
Let me
time,
wake
we got
her
time,
up.
we got time. Okay, TV and movies, my brother. Disney streaming service and TV shows: Loki, Scarlet Witch, Winter Soldier, and Falcon. Bloody.
So that's going to be like... So I know what they were thinking was Loki a separate show. Scarlet Witch a separate show. But Bucky and Falcon... Like, it'd be like cop buddy, like, it'd be like a Bad Boys, almost.
Do
Like,
you know what's
in the
awesome?
Marvel Universe.
Yeah. They've already kind of started a bit of banter.
Yeah, they've got banter
Civil
between
War,
them. Yeah.
Civil War, they already had their jokes when they were fighting Spider-Man together, when they were in the car together.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. And I think them guys, shit, I forgot their names. What's their real names?
Sebastian and Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah.
They already got banter with each other, man. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be great. And Marvel are smart, man.
Yeah.
You know all these cancellations of Luke Cage, Iron Fist. Don't get me wrong, Iron Fist is basic, but, you know, if you like it, you like it. But these are smart. Don't be surprised if Daredevil gets cancelled. Don't be surprised if Punisher and Jessica Jones gets cancelled.
Yeah.
Because they're just moving them over to their set.
To their... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think the violence, you know, just thinking about it's a Disney channel, and maintaining that violence, they'll probably keep it on Hulu, because Hulu, remember, their own...
Yeah,
Hulu,
that's right. That's right. That's so true. So maybe move on to
They'll
Hulu.
just
Yeah.
put it to Hulu, keep the violence steez, obviously change up a little things or whatever here and there. But don't be surprised. But with these shows, and especially, they're so fucking smart, and this is what I love about them. And I don't want to cuss DC, but they're using the same actors from the movies.
Yeah,
so
of course.
it's your character. I don't like the fact that DC is doing another Flash or whatever Cyborg TV show, and they just change the actor. I'm just like, nah, man.
No, they didn't keep it consistent.
No, it's not.
But it's hard because they've come to a point now where Marvel has been planning this for yonks, and DC have just jumped on this bandwagon. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I think it's on the list right now. What was it? Titans.
Titans, yeah.
Okay, so guys, Titans. If you have not seen it yet, I'm still waiting for episode 3 to come out, bro.
And to watch episode.
It was compared to all the shit that's out right now.
Yeah.
That is I wouldn't compare it to Dead. Well, you know what? This is very hard. It's early days.
Well, it's only 2 episodes.
It's only 2 episodes. I'm gonna say
don't chat too much.
it's almost on the same level. Creativity-wise, cinematography and story are very strong at the moment. They've picked these characters for a reason. They've done it in an 18 version for a reason. And I think they needed to do that because they're trying to go with this dark tone. Sometimes it annoys me, but it worked. Because I thought Black Lightning was going to be that, but Black Lightning was shit. Flash is shit. DC Legends of Tomorrow shit. Arrow shit. All of these programs, like after the 3rd season, they just went shit. Like they went corny, cheesy from, you know, Flash season 1 and 2. Man, I was so moist, bro. And then 3 came in and just.
I never forget the end of Flash 2, and I was like, I want him to be my Flash in the movies. That's how moist I was.
Yeah, same man.
And then when Flash season 3 came out, watched the first couple episodes, I was like, what the fuck happened?
Exactly.
Man?
It changed.
Listen, I get what you're saying. I know but DC jumping on the bandwagon, Marvel been doing, doesn't matter.
Just double check.
They just take their time.
Yeah, take your time.
That's what I'm saying. So anyway, Marvel just keeping the same characters is fucking awesome. Because you don't have to get to know a new character. I don't think there'll be a backstory. You don't really need to do a backstory. You could just be it a new story. You know what I mean? You don't have to get to know the character again because they've already done that in the movies, which is awesome. So I think they just save time on that. And then obviously fans will just transition over from the movies into the shows. It's not going to be like, oh, do I want to watch a Scarlet Witch program? I don't know. Like, no, man, shit. Like, you already know her. If you're a fan of her from the movies, you're already going to watch the show. So that's amazing. 1, they're going to get new fans because it's TV programs and shit. And 2, you're going to get all the cinematic fans anyway. And then, you know, if I heard with the Scarlet Witch show, they're going to get Vision involved. So if that's the case, it must be before Infinity Wars or maybe some flashbacks or something, because Vision loses unless he comes back in Avengers 4. Technically, he is a robot. Technically, he died in Wakanda. Suri's not dead. I'm assuming she's not dead because they can't kill her off. She's a freaking genius. So maybe she'll just revive him again and get him back. I'm sure she can do it. But anyway, I think it's freaking awesome to what Marvel's doing, and maybe it's a good way for them to use this channel the streaming service to introduce new characters and then it could just put them into movies rather than wasting a whole movie on a backstory, doing all these origin stories and whatnot. Cool, just do the TV program, one season of, just say Daredevil, for example, or someone we don't know. Who should be in that universe, man? I don't know. Say Adam Warlock, for example. I don't know. They do a 13 episode season 1, and then bang, put him in the movie, right? So you don't have to waste the whole movie. What I'm saying is about what they could do for the streaming service, kids, is like, you won't have to waste a movie to do an origin story. You can just do a 13 episode series about a character, and I use Adam Warlock as an example, right? Get him moist, and then put him into the movie universe. That's how amazing it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And vice versa with the movie guys. If you feel like you don't want to invest in a solo movie, or there's not enough content or whatever,
just do a season.
Bang him into a season. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it is such a smart thing, man. And you can again, using the same actors and whatever, you just integrate characters. I think in Scarlet Witch, Vision's I heard Vision might be.
Yeah, that's what I was reading the other day as well.
It's super smart. I think. I can't wait. I'm a fucking subscriber, bro. I'm subscribing to that shit straight away, man.
That's it.
Man.
All right, moving on to Daredevil. We only got up to episode 11 yesterday.
Titans, you spoke about Titans. Oh my god, Daredevil season 3. God damn.
Okay, I'm gonna lay it out. They've executed it very well from season 1. There's a reason why they can't mess up Daredevil, because every other show has been shit.
Not all of them, man. Come on.
They haven't had a solid story, bro.
Not as look, Daredevil's on season 3, bro. Like, Punisher's done season 1, right? Luke Cage wasn't too bad. Jessica Jones wasn't too bad. Iron Fist was just basic.
Yeah.
Right, so you can't say they're
well,
shit.
I'm just saying
but
in that
Daredevil
sense.
has gone such a high level that you just kind of expect.
I can't even compare this to the other two, though.
I know.
Because the level of intenseness, like, there's a scene in episode 10 or 9. You know what? I can't even expose it. I need you guys to watch it. And then the thing is, another reason why it's a good thing I'm not on social media, because everybody keeps ruining it. So I'm so excited to finish off season 3. I mean, I just wanted to share my thoughts so far. Cinematography, martial arts, Bullseye, Kingpin. Holy shit!
It's you know what?
So good, so good.
Kingpin. I was saying to Kibbs yesterday. Kingpin in this whole Marvel universe, cinematic universe, including show, is my 3rd number best villain.
2 for me.
So
2
awesome.
times.
I say Thanos, Killmonger, I still love him.
Yep.
And Kingpin.
Yep.
Fucking awesome. I love the way this actor, I can't remember his name, bro.
Michael D'Onofrio.
Yeah, I'm crap with names.
Yeah.
But
he's wicked.
Way he's portraying Kingpin, the way the direction is coming, everything is amazing, bro. He's my 3rd best villain in the movie.
Definitely.
So
really
awesome.
Good.
And then the thing about this show, right? Every character is interesting and likable.
Yeah.
As soon as they introduced Bullseye, I was already like, okay, I want to know. I want to
exactly.
know. Like, whereas I'll use Iron Fist as an example, only because I think that's proper basic. Some people love it though, so I'm sorry if you do love it.
Yeah. No, it's
love
good.
it. If you love it, you love it. But what I'm saying is, with Iron Fist, every character to me was cheesy and cringy, man. Like, the villain for season 2, I found him cringy. The girl, Colleen, I'm sorry, I find her cringy. Fucking Iron Fist himself. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just not great. But with Daredevil, man, every character they introduce is so fucking interesting. I just want to know more. And Bullseye, man, bro, I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the season. I'm looking forward to finish it. But he is fucking awesome.
He's good. He is
loving
good.
it,
He's
man.
good.
Daredevil, brilliant. I don't
Wicked.
care, man.
Moist.
I don't
What's
care.
what we got next?
More Daredevil and Punisher crossovers, please.
Yes.
That's what I want. Trailers, bro. Trailers. There's been a few. I haven't had time to see loads, kids, because of my transition over to Singapore. But there was a Rambo trailer, which I can't believe.
No, there wasn't a Rambo trailer.
Well, that's what it says. Trailers nowadays. Oh, no.
Oh no, I was just saying regarding trailers.
Oh,
like,
see, my bad.
we're gonna do like, because I'm not gonna be as active on social media at the moment now. I'm only gonna keep up to date on podcasts. Trailer reactions and model reactions and things that I'll try and do my best to keep up on it. But Gilman and Ash will take over some of it.
Once I settle down in Singapore, bro,
Yeah.
then I'll definitely be back on it. Right now, it's just
Yeah.
all
No,
over the
of
place.
course, and that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a bit. The channel's going to be left a bit empty, guys, and I'm sorry about that. It's only because life got extremely busy. But we'll get on that. But it was movie news after that, wasn't it?
Yeah, movie news.
So
which
you
is
know
like Rambo
they released a picture image of the Last Blood with Rambo in his big ass cowboy hat. So it'd be interesting to see where they take the story, because the last one in Burma was absolutely amazing. it showed much more of a rawer side of Rambo as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the character. And Stallone, I got enough love and respect for Stallone and them boys because they're still doing it to this day. They're still moving,
such an
still
guy.
moving forward. You know what I mean? And I love that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna support. I'm gonna support.
Always. I hope they don't kill him off. Rambo's gone through a lot of shit. John Rambo, right? He's gone through that PTSD and everything. I just hope you don't kill him off. Just give him that peaceful.
I want him to have peace.
Finish, yeah. Just live his life in peace because he was awesome, man.
Exactly.
So yeah, Gladiator 2, bro. I saw something.
There's some controversy in the group as well.
I know that we're chatting about. I agree with you actually.
I'll be honest, Ridley Scott, I think you should leave this alone. I think Gladiator is a great movie by itself. There is no need for us to have a Gladiator 2. You guys are just ruining it. I think the movie industry is starting to come to a point now where with a Marvel franchise movie, we're expecting more to come because the universe is so vast. But with something like Gladiator, it's such a nice piece of story and movie. Why are you going to base it on, I think it was his son, but his son died.
Oh yeah, his son did die.
Yeah. Or Lucius. Lucius was, what's her name? Lucius was, the other kid.
Which other kid?
The kid that he was talking to, telling the stories.
Oh.
Okay, so anyway.
Why would you? But I don't know, man. I mean, I agree with you, bro. Maybe the people are panicking because of this comic book industry just taking over with so much content. They're like, we need to think of content.
He's just jumping on the bandwagon.
I agree. It's such a great movie. Like everything from that movie was amazing. Even the soundtrack, I listened to it all the time. Like, do not mess with it because if you make a basic movie with a basic soundtrack, honestly, if they had a basic soundtrack, for example, I'm gonna be like, well, it wasn't lived. I'm gonna compare that to the first one, even the soundtrack. You know what I'm trying to say? So
exactly,
I agree with you, man. Just leave it alone.
I would say leave it alone, not to touch it. But yeah, alright, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I know a couple of people are quite excited.
He's watching this right now. He'll be like, yeah, guys, I agree with you too, man.
Ridley, you lose because your last couple of movies lose.
Nah, but he's good.
I know Yaku hangs off your win loss, but please, no more. Sorry, Yak, putting your name in there.
Yeah, Ridley Scott don't give a fuck about what we gotta say.
Exactly.
Make the money, and we're gonna go watch it anyway.
Exactly.
Because we're idiots. Shit, we don't have Ash here to do a little.
Oh yeah, so he was. So I mean, we forgot to say before he does. So Ash will do. He's gonna add a new addition to the channel where he's gonna do his thoughts on gaming at the moment now. But he's playing Spider-Man, and he's playing Red Redemption 2. But I think we'll finish this off with the video that came out earlier on this week. Bad boys. What you gonna do?
Oh my God.
What you gonna do when they come for you? So, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith put out a little video. It's been confirmed. The story's been confirmed. Bad Boys 3 coming out. So I'm looking forward to seeing them two together. But then,
is it still what's his name? Director?
I think Michael Bay. Yeah.
Michael Bay. Bro, come on. They're a great team. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be great. I think the chemistry between them is going to be just amazing. I don't think it can be a flop. They're just fun. How did you not go and watch those two on the screen again?
Exactly.
It's just too much fun. So man, hey, wicked. Let's do it, man.
I'm looking forward to it
for ages.
That's why it's never been confirmed until that video came out.
Yeah.
You know, they've been waiting to do it for a long time, I think, and I think it's time to see them two together, and it'd be nice to get a trilogy. You know when you got the DVDs and sitting there 1s and 2s, you're like, nah, man, come on, man, give them this freeze.
Two's it's two. It's weird, isn't it? 2 is like a number that you can't stop on. It's like, hold on.
Yeah, you can't stop.
1 or 3 sounds.
1
good.
or 3, exactly. Yeah. 1 or 3. But all right, guys, looking forward to that. Thank you guys for joining us. Pow! Give away Lara Croft Funko Pop ready in the post for you guys anywhere in the world. Just drop a comment below. Give us some suggestions, guys. Let us know what you would like us to cover on our weekly podcast as well. But yeah, that's the main thing. Give away, guys. I've got loads of other stuff as well. So what I'm going to do, videos are going to change very soon. We're going to have some new structure to it. So give us some ideas, guys.
Yeah.
Pop them in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts, what you think about what we talk about. Is it relevant? Or is it not? Or is it just two guys just talking shit to each other?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, bro, I think that's the best thing. Just two guys talking shit.
Exactly.
I don't think we should have we should
We're
have
not
a structure,
but
I think we should just have a conversation. I personally
conversation, no, of course, we're doing that. I'm talking about anything
we can add talk
we
about.
can add talk about, you know.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, look, man. We got one thing here, man. Healthy life and work balance, man.
It's
So
weird because
you're
this
thinking
week.
about this. What made you think about that?
Yeah, I was at work this week, man, and work's been quite stressful. And work is going to be work, no matter what. Doesn't matter what industry you work in. Work is going to be work. But I don't know. I suppose I'm having a kid soon, so my mentality changed on that a little bit, and like chilling with Idris a little bit more. I don't want to miss out anymore, man.
Well, you don't have to miss out. I mean, this is. I'm not gonna name names, right? But this is something that happened to my friend of mine, a good friend of mine, in Hong Kong, and he was in a very high position job, and always traveling around Asia. Always. He was never settled in one place, right? And I always just tell him, bro, man, I know you're doing your work. I know you're working hard, man. But the kids, man, is what's most important. And he knew that. Because every time he had a weekend back in Hong Kong, he would not go out, not message a boy, none of that shit. He would be with his family, and I loved him for that and stuff. Anyway, one of the best things that happened to him, and also it sounds so negative, but it was the best thing that happened to him. He lost his job, right? Internal politics, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. That's what. He lost his job. He got made redundant and everything. And then I said to him, bro, like, sometimes this negative, spontaneous shit is the best fucking thing that could ever happen to you. Because he was like, man, I've just made so much money. I'm just going to spend the next 5-6 months with my kids. And he's been doing that since, when did it happen? I think early this year.
Early this year, yeah.
Right? To this day. So he went to Spain, spent amazing 3 months with his family, the kids, right? He worked out for himself. He started working out, eating healthy. He looks in great shape. He looks fucking healthier than I've ever seen him. Especially when I first saw him in Hong Kong, he looks way healthier than that. Now he's back in the UK. He's decided to come back to the UK, spend time with his family, mum and dad and everything, and with the kids. And he's still like, gee, you know what? I'm not gonna find a job until New Year's. I want to just spend this time with my kids.
Perfect.
And it was the best thing that happened to him. And I'm like, bro, listen, man, make sure you take this mentality into your next job, because no doubt, but this guy. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna name names. You know him. He's a smart freaking dude. I love the guy, man. He's such a smart guy, and he's gonna get any job he wants. Sky's the limits for him.
Yeah.
But I said, main thing, bro, just keep this mentality of what you got now. This time spending with your family, the training and the healthy eating that you're doing now, and just apply that to your new job. Whatever your job is, just be like, cool, that's the job. I need to make sure I put in this and this and this, and make sure I see my family and stuff like that. Don't overdo it. Because
No,
at the end of the day, corporations, man, this is my theory, man, with jobs. I have my contract with my corporation. They pay me a certain amount to fulfill my job, and I do my job to the best of the abilities. But I will not give my life for that job. You know,
and that's what that was my motto at the moment, and I think I'm going to push it a bit more. But it was about not work-life balance, but life-work balance. So living more, working to 100%, but working less. I don't want it to take over my family life. I want it to be crucial, because I still am a creator. I like to create things, and I'd like to create more. But
But
anyway.
you know one thing? Sorry, I know I need to shoot. But do you know one thing that's super important? And I learned this with my 10 years of working at Dow Jones and bullshit. Everyone there is a human being.
Yep.
So when I first started there, but I was very intimidated because new job. I'm fresh out of college or whatever, and a uni, sorry, and I'm just nervous, right? And everything I've seen on corporations is what you see on TV, fucking suited and booted, and you get fired like that. No, they're all human beings. That's what I learned. All the CEOs and everything, right? I've always told my management and my directors and my VPs, whatever, that, hey, listen, man, I want you guys to trust me that I'm going to do my job to the best of my abilities, and I'll never let you down. But one thing I think, and you guys need to know, is my life is super important. I tell them this. My outside life is important. And every single one of them say, I 100% agree with you. You know, do what you got to do outside of work. We'll never like allow work to take over that. And it's up to me as well. I know when I'm busy, right? When I'm mad busy and when shit needs to get done, I'm like, cool, I can sacrifice the day, but I'll never sacrifice my whole life. You know what I mean? So with confidence, with being in a place for so long, I think it's super important to speak to your management, your director, let them know about you, that, yeah, I'm going to fucking kill this job. I'm going to do the best I can, but know that my life is important.
Exactly.
And when it comes to it, I have to put my life first. And trust me, man, I think they'll respect you for your honesty. and then they'll agree with you, man, because they're all humans, bro. They're all humans, and if they're not, then you will see who you need to be cool with and not. Trust me, man. There's certain people that are not, and you're like, all right, cool. Well, you're not really a mentor for me. When you find that person that agrees with you, you're like, you know what? You're a mentor. You ultimately gain that respect for them, and because of their position, you see them as I see them personally as a mentor, and I'm like, I could look up to you, you know, because not just because you agreed to me, but because you agreed on the fact that life is more important.
No, of course.
So I'm like, wow, you're in that position, and you're agreeing that life is more important, and you're talking about your kids. I'm like, you know what? Like, I could see you as a mentor. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be mentored by someone that's like, no, work first, don't worry about your family. That's bullshit. You're in the wrong job. You're in the wrong... Following the wrong person.
Of course,
But remember, it's all about you first, man.
Life-work balance, guys. Life-work balance. There we go, guys. Pow. Last spit anywhere in the world. Ready to go out to you guys. Thank you very much, guys. We got to run, but I'll catch you guys up soon on next week's podcast. We'll keep you posted on what's happening. We will have this up on our social media by tomorrow. But for now, one love. Peace.
Peace.